taking up my 15 minutes to ask questions and hopefully get answers from the other side. My theme for these questions is the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. In particular, I won't have any difficult or easy questions. I just want to ask some important questions in this file. I know that the Minister referred to the tango just a while ago, that it takes two to tango, but I also know that to dance the tango, there's only one person that leads the dance. And on that account, I'd like to say that I prefer the round dance because it's more inclusive of a dance. I'd like the first question to the Minister would be, have historical files pertinent to the Indian residential school system been destroyed by the Government of Canada?
The Honourable Minister of Aboriginal Affairs.
To my knowledge, no, Mr. Chair.
The Honourable Member for Abitibi Bay James Nunavik AU.
Est-ce que le ministre alors nie le fait qu'il y a eu des documents détruits parce qu'ils ont peur de poursuites judiciaires?
L'Honorable Ministre.
Monsieur le Président, je n'étais pas là dans les années 40, ni dans les années 30, ni dans les années 20. Et ce que je réponds encore aux députés, c'est qu'à ma connaissance, non, il n'y a pas eu de documents détruits volontairement pour détruire des documents.
L'Honorable Député.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to know, has the Department commissioned an internal analysis outlining the potential consequences of the destruction of documents?
L'Honorable Ministre.
Le fait est que le gouvernement est engagé, the government is committed to an agreement that has been reached, which is court approved and court supervised. In that settlement agreement, Canada has committed itself to remit the relevant documents so that an archive could be built whereby the legacy of the school, residential school system could be studied, and we will abide by that commitment of Canada.
L'Honorable Député.
Mr. Chair, I have the analysis that was requested here, and I'd like to know from the Minister who asked for this internal analysis to be done. Were senior staff or legal counsel involved in this analysis?
L'Honorable Ministre.
Mr. Chair, identifying and disclosing over a century's worth of relevant Indian residential school documents held at the Library and Archives Canada presents a massive challenge. I discussed with the Commission these challenges right this week, 2 days ago as a matter of fact, and we are working together diligently to implement our obligation.
L'Honorable Député.
Mr. Speaker, in the Ontario Superior Court of Justice decision, the court says at paragraph 29, while its scope is disputed, the legacy mandate of the TRC is clearly an important part of his work. I'd like to know from the Minister, following the analysis of the Auditor General of Canada's recent report, can the Minister tell me what is the current time frame to transfer all of the requested Indian residential school records to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission?
The Honourable Minister.
We are actually working diligently with the Commission, and we are scoping the bunch of documents that lay at the archives of the National Archives to determine how we can, the most rapidly possible, remit the relevant documents to the Commission, which we are committed to do.
L'Honorable Député.
Mr. Chair, has the Department estimated the financial and human resources that will be required in order to hand over to the TRC all of the relevant documents requested?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chair, this is the process that is taking place right now, and when we have that information available, I will be able to provide it.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. One of the issues, of course, was the determination what constituted relevant documents in this case. And after 3 years, can the Minister confirm to us today here that there is common understanding or an agreement on what constitutes relevant documents?
The Honourable Minister.
The department is working, Mr. Chair, in collaboration with the Commission, with Library and Archives Canada and the Department of Justice to develop a plan to identify and disclose the remaining relevant Indian residential historical records held at Library and Archives Canada, and that is taking place as we speak.
Member?
Mr. Chair, can the Minister also, I know that this case was hardly disputed by the Government of Canada, and I'd like to know, I know that he responded to our colleague from St. Paul just a while ago about this, but how much has the department spent fighting the TRC in court on this issue?
The Honourable Minister.
As I said earlier, the legal cost is an issue that you should raise with the Minister of Justice.
The Honourable Member.
But Mr. Chair, does he not think that it's important for the Minister of Indian Affairs to know how much it costs to fight Aboriginal rights in this country?
The Honourable Minister.
What I know, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, is that indeed Canada is committed to a court settlement that is court approved and supervised by the court, and we are committed to respect our obligations under the agreement.
The Honourable Member.
Is there, if that is the case, Mr. Chair, is there a common understanding with the TRC about timeframes in this case with respect to the documents, what the documents would cover, and what format will be used?
The Honourable Minister.
I previously answered to the honourable member that this time and the scoping of the necessary documents that I've got that will be disclosed is something that is being worked on as we speak in between the Commission, in between the Department and Library and Archives. And as soon as that process is terminated, then we'll be able to know what is the time frame.
Mr. Chair, we know, both you and I and all members in this House should know that other survivors, First Nation, Métis, and Inuit, attended provincial or privately run residential or school days and sanatoriums. Will there be further funding to compensate other survivors like those?
The Honourable Minister.
The agreement that has been reached between a host of parties who were party to a class action, and the court approved settlement implicates and bring, of course, all of the parties, and all of the terms of that settlement are very clear as to who are the persons to whom it applies, and that court-approved settlement will be implemented as per the agreement of all parties.
Honourable Member.
But my question, Mr. Chair, was to the effect whether or not the department is open to these other cases that are as dramatic and tragic as the other ones. Will the department allocate further funding to compensate other survivors in other social experiments like the experimental Eskimos, for instance, and children of the 60s Scoop who have been fighting for recognition and compensation?
The Honourable Minister.
Canada has accepted the responsibility in this class action for those students that attended residential schools that were under the supervision and or the aegis of the federal government, and this is the extent of the obligation of Canada that has been accepted and that is reflected in the settlement agreement.
The Honourable Member.
Mr. Chair, I know that these issues are important, and I'd like to know how much has the government budgeted for this fiscal year, since we're discussing the budget here, to continue to fight against recognition and compensation of survivors in the courts?
The Honourable Minister.
The investments that are outlined in the estimates for the settlement are meant and are intended to respect Canada's obligation under the settlement agreement. And again, these funds will be invested and will be spent to meet our obligations.
The Honourable Member.
How much time do I have left?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Mr. Chair, I know that the Minister of Indian Affairs is fully aware of the fact that there are many cases before the courts, and I'm not asking him to talk about those cases since they're in court. I would guess he would say, but I was wondering about his opinion and whether or not he thinks that it is a good use of taxpayers' money to continue to fight against survivors in the courts and Aboriginal rights in general before the courts.
The Honourable Minister.
Again, Mr. Chair, Canada is party to a settlement agreement which is court supervised and which is court approved, and Canada is committed to meet its obligation under the agreement.
The Honourable Member.
Monsieur le Président, il ne semble pas comprendre la question en anglais, alors je vais répéter ma question en français. Est-ce que le ministre n'est pas sans savoir qu'il y a beaucoup de dossiers devant les tribunaux, que ça coûte l'argent des contribuables pour se battre contre la reconnaissance des droits des peuples autochtones devant les tribunaux? Est-ce que le ministre pense, et c'est simple comme question, est-ce que le ministre pense que c'est un bon usage que l'on fait de l'argent des contribuables de se battre contre les premiers peuples de ce pays?
L'Honourable Ministre.
Monsieur le Président, je comprends très bien là, que pour faire de la politicaillerie, que le député veuille sous-entendre que le Canada ne devrait pas protéger les intérêts des payeurs de taxes. Eh bien, comme gouvernement, nous avons l'obligation de respecter, bien sûr, les payeurs de taxes, mais aussi de s'assurer que les droits de tous les Canadiens soient défendus. Et bien sûr, c'est en fin de compte toujours à la Cour qui revient de faire la détermination, mais les intérêts des Canadiens sont protégés et c'est ça notre préoccupation première.
L'Honourable député.
I still have time? 2 minutes? Monsieur le Président, on ne fait pas de politicaillerie quand on parle des droits des premiers peuples dans ce pays, des droits fondamentaux des premiers habitants de ce pays-là. Et la préoccupation ici, elle a été manifestée lorsque le ministre s'est présenté à l'hôtel de Reine-Élisabeth et s'est sauvé assez vite parce que probablement qu'il n'y avait pas d'autres questions. Mais ma question est très simple. On ne s'excuse pas auprès des peuples autochtones dans un premier temps pour les pensionnats autochtones et d'autre part continuer à se battre contre leurs droits fondamentaux de ce pays. Est-ce qu'il est d'accord avec ça?
L'Honourable Ministre.
La caractérisation de la position du Canada par le député est tout à fait fausse. Le premier ministre, M. Harper, a été le seul et le premier chef de gouvernement à offrir aux victimes de ce chapitre noir-là de notre histoire les excuses de tous les Canadiens. Nous avons encore, comme représentants de tous les Canadiens, conclu une entente de cette action-là. Et encore une fois, je vais le répéter, nous allons respecter toutes nos obligations sous l'entente qui a été conclue.
Et l'Honourable député.
1 minute. Oui, je pense qu'on semble se diriger vers une façon de faire de ce côté-ci lorsqu'on parle de cette question qui est tellement sérieuse, tellement pertinente et tellement importante pour qu'on puisse avancer vers la réconciliation avec les premiers peuples de ce pays. Et mon point était, ce n'est pas... Oui, il s'est excusé et bravo avec beaucoup d'insistance de notre ancien chef regretté, Jack Layton. Alors, ma question était très, très simple. très simple. Est-ce qu'il est d'accord avec le fait qu'on s'excuse d'un côté, mais on continue à se battre contre les droits fondamentaux des premiers peuples?
L'honorable ministre.
L'affirmation du député est totalement fausse. C'est de la pure fabrication et de l'invention pure et simple. Le fait est, Monsieur le Président, c'est que sous l'entente en question, au 31 mars 2013, 97 des 105 510 applications qui ont été reçues ont reçu 1,6 milliard de dollars de la part des Canadiens. 78 859 ont reçu le Common Experience Payment et ceci représente 99 des 80 000 anciens résidents qui ont droit au programme. Nous avons conclu une entente et nous la respectons et nous continuons de travailler avec diligence avec la Commission pour remplir toutes les obligations du Canada.
Before we resume debate with the honourable member from